How many innocent civilians are killed by American drones? See, that to me would be a good conversation to have on a real news show. Uh, how many innocent civilians are killed by American drones? It's hard to find out. The Pentagon doesn't keep an official count of the number of innocent civilians who they kill. You would think, with all the trillions we spend fighting a global war on terror, we would keep a tally of civilians we are killing. Because, again, I'm not a general, but I do know when you kill civilians overseas, that plants the seeds for more terrorism. I'm pretty sure the dirty, dark secret about terrorism is when you kill innocent civilians, you create terrorists. Pretty sure that's how it works, because it's common sense. I mention this because today, U.S. special operations in northwest Syria killed Abu Ibrahim al-Hashimi al-Quyashi. He was the leader of the Islamic State, and they killed him during a pre-dawn raid. And there are reports that at least 13 people were killed in that raid, including women and children. There are reports so far that we killed 13 innocent women and children. So that takes care of that. They got the leader of ISIS. He's dead. Biden went on national television to announce that they got him. They got the leader of ISIS. Of course, we killed 13 women and children, but that's the end of ISIS, because if history has taught us anything about this never-ending war on terror, when you kill the head of a terrorist group, the rest of the terrorists get in line, they fold up shop, they wave the white flag of defeat, and they say, that's it, I'm done being a terrorist. Especially when you kill their women and children. Then they just, God bless America, you set me straight. We got the message received, don't be a terrorist. We will never try to get even with you for the deaths of our women and children. Because women and children, when they die, people around the world respond so well to women and children getting served up as collateral damage. So that's good news. ISIS is done. President Biden went on national television on Thursday. He said after the attack, quote, "This should serve as a warning to innocent children all over the world. Today's attack with our imprecise precision rockets is a testament to America's ability to accidentally kill innocent children anywhere in the world." I may be misquoting him. He went on to warn, "Do not mess with me, Joe Biden. My poll numbers are in the toilet, and I will start killing brown babies with my bare hands if that's what it's going to take to get Americans to start liking me," unquote. Again, that may not, I may not be getting it all. It was pre-dawn and I hadn't had my second cup of coffee. The point is, we like our presidents killing innocent civilians overseas. Let's be honest about this. It makes us feel safe when our president, quote unquote, accidentally kills innocent civilians overseas. Remember Thomas Friedman saying after 9/11 that we need to go to the Middle East with our sticks and put some heads on sticks and say, you want a piece of this? We mess with you because we can. That's what Thomas Friedman from the New York Times said. We like the collateral damage. We do. It makes us feel safe. Remember Wag the Dog? It's a quaint movie from a simpler time when in the movie, a president tried to boost his polling by invading a small country. But nowadays, an American president no longer needs to do that. He just needs to phone in an airstrike and kill brown civilians, and Americans will rally behind him. We've seen this in the polling numbers. It's unfortunately, it's not the killing of the terrorists that make Americans feel safe. It's the killing of the civilians. That, unfortunately, is the point of these airstrikes. We like that a commander-in-chief has the cojones and is willing to kill innocent civilians, because that's why he's the commander-in-chief. He's willing to do what we can't. Ordinary Americans, normal Americans, couldn't sleep at night if they knew that a decision they made led to the deaths of 7 kids. But we respect a president who's willing to make those decisions so that we don't have to. You know that's true. That's how we respond to most police shootings of unarmed citizens. What we do overseas, we do to ourselves. We respect the police and make excuses for the police when they shoot an unarmed civilian, because deep inside, we believe that's sending a signal: do not mess with the police. It makes us feel safe. As long as you're not African American, as long as you're not a person of color, as long as you're part of the ruling class, as long as you don't have 1 or 2 outstanding warrants. So yeah, Biden ordered another military raid, and today 13 civilians are dead, including women and children. Does that make you feel safe? It shouldn't. Makes you feel good, makes you feel proactive, makes you think that we're writing history instead of responding to it, but it's not making us safe. And the military, of course, has a different version of today's events. John F. Kirby, the Pentagon's chief spokesman, today was asked about the civilian casualties and said, quote, "To the degree there's loss of innocent life, it's caused by Abdullah and his lieutenants." Abdullah is the nickname for this ISIS leader that they killed. And they claim, the military is now claiming, that he blew himself up, and that's what killed all the innocents. We've been here before, and we'll be here again. You rightfully remember Pentagon press spokesman Kirby from about a month ago telling us that not a single member of the armed services will be disciplined for last August's drone strike in Afghanistan that President Biden was so proud of. That big drone strike that killed the terrorist who attacked Kabul airport, taking out 13 American soldiers. And then we found out through the New York Times, not the Pentagon, then we found out we killed the wrong guy. Turned out to be a pretty good guy, and 7 children. Bad intelligence, we were told. We ordered a 20-pound Hellfire drone strike on the wrong guy and killed 7 children. And of course, the target, who turned out to be working with international aid agencies, and we killed him, along with 7 children. Do you feel safe? Does that make you feel safe? No. At best, it makes you feel good. Your lizard brain is saying, that sends a message, do not mess with us. But it's an invitation to become a terrorist. His name was Zamari Ahmadi, an aid worker with a group called Nutrition and Education International. He was killed by a Hellfire missile, your tax dollars at work. He was killed transporting water, bringing drinkable water to the people of Kabul. And we killed him because our drone operators had mistaken him for a terrorist. 7 children, 2 adults, plus him, dead. The water he was collecting, they thought the water was part of some kind of explosive he was building. And so he's dead, and so are 7 children. That was in August, and we still don't have a tally of innocent civilians who we have killed fighting this 20-year war in Afghanistan and Iraq. They won't tell us how many civilians we've killed. 20 years in Afghanistan. The Afghani people did not attack us on 9/11. I will keep repeating that over and over again. The Taliban did not attack us on 9/11. The official story is Al-Qaeda attacked us, and they were Saudi Arabians hanging out along the border between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Osama bin Laden was killed in Pakistan, not Afghanistan, because Afghanistan and the Taliban had nothing whatsoever to do with 9/11. Neither did Iraq. Neither did Saddam Hussein. Nothing. Zip. Nada. Zilch. Now, I'm going to keep repeating this on this show. People accuse me of being repetitive. I'm going to keep repeating this fact until it's settled law, until it's accepted by everyone. Iraq and Afghanistan had nothing to do with this, with 9/11. And since 9/11, we have killed more innocent civilians than all the innocent civilians who were killed on 9/11. Think about this 20-year war on terror that continues. Today, we saw that it's still alive, but 1 million are dead, at least. We created ISIS by invading Iraq. The trillions, $14 trillion over 20 years squandered. We spent 20 years bringing up, I mean, it goes without saying, talking about the thousands of American soldiers who died and came home wounded and ruined, the families that have been ruined. We spent 20 years fighting 2 wars in Iraq and Afghanistan based on a lie, several lies. The complete and utter fabrication that Afghanistan and Iraq attacked us on 9/11. Wow. Let that sink in for a second. Think about this. 20 years, $14 trillion that we know of, thousands of American lives dead, perhaps 1 million, as much as 1 million dead in Iraq, a couple million refugees from Iraq, lives ruined, and Americans sat passively back and allowed this to happen. And if you can get the American people to sit back and shop and buy things and raise children while this crap is going on overseas, you can get Americans to believe, to do, and permit anything in their name. It's remarkable. It really is remarkable that we allow ourselves to be lied to, and we lie to ourselves about this, I guess it would be 21-year war on global terror that continues. And we still have frightened Americans who believe that the Taliban is coming for us, but not the white militia guy who's shooting up the shopping mall with an AR-15. Wow. Wow. It must be the handiwork of Edward Bernays' ghost to be able to manipulate us this way, to get us to be this uncaring, this confused, and this stupid. Think about this. The war continues today. Our global war on terror continued. We killed the head of ISIS, and there wouldn't be an ISIS if we had stayed out of Iraq.